I want you to think of any shitty game design decision that a dev could possibly make. A couple that come to mind immediately are the overuse of RNG and gambling, horrible balancing, and over-the-top monetization. Now I want you to slam all of those into a poorly made Blue Lock game, and you get Blue Lock Rivals. Before I talk shit about this game for the rest of this video, I will say the game looks phenomenal. The cutscenes, animations, GUI, everything visual about the game is handled extremely well, and the people behind the visuals should be proud of what they made. That being said, everything else is dog shit. I'm gonna start with the tutorial, which I hesitate to even call a tutorial. It tells you to press E to slide, and then as soon as you do that, it tells you to press Q to dribble. That's the whole tutorial. Tells you two buttons. Doesn't tell you what they do. It tells you that E is to slide and take away the ball from someone, but like just says Q is to dribble. What does dribbling do? I don't know. You gotta figure it out. I don't even like. Why is this here? If you're gonna half-ass a tutorial, at least try and make it somewhat useful. This is just like the buttons are at the bottom right. At least give me some idea of what they do in your tutorial, which isn't a tutorial. And then here's the best part. After the game ends, your first game, the tutorial ends by saying, go buy some of our packs from the shop. So instead of explaining how to play the game, they just point you at their spend real money buttons. So you might be sitting here saying, you just said that the tutorial doesn't tell you what E and Q do, but E and Q are for slide and dribble. The tutorial tells you that. But the tutorial doesn't tell you the point of those abilities. They interact with each other, and that interaction is basically the backbone of this entire game. If you watch the realistic street soccer video, take that and just copy-paste it into this. Q is to dribble, and if somebody tries to slide and steal the ball while you're dribbling, they won't. The ball effectively has iframes. So the tutorial doesn't explain that in any capacity, and that's the whole point of the game, is trying to keep the ball with dribble and trying to get the ball back with slide and playing a mind game around the dribble. And I don't think this mechanic is at all bad. Like, I really like realistic street soccer, and this obviously took inspiration from that. I mean, realistic street soccer came first, you can check if you want to. But the real problem I have with the gameplay loop is the special abilities. So these are, number one, obtained through gambling, which is always a massive red flag when it comes to these types of games. If they rely heavily on gambling for progression, it's probably going to be terrible. But also, none of them are balanced. You can literally, there are several abilities where you just press a button and you get a goal. Like that, how is that at all good game design? Like, you press a button and it'll either, one, absolutely destroy the defender in front of you with zero counterplay, or two, you just get a goal. Now you might be thinking, surely there is no way that the devs could make this game more unbalanced. But honestly, you're just underestimating them at this point. There are random awakenings that will spawn periodically throughout the game, and it's completely random. Somebody on either team, winning or losing, will just get one. And effectively, while you're awakened, you are just God. Soccer Jesus Christ. That's the whole thing. You're faster, you kick harder, you usually have an instant score ability, you have an instant get past every defender on the fucking map because why not ability. It is so unbelievably bullshit, and it makes the game just not fun because who wants to get destroyed by shit like this?
A monster.
What?
Time. Infinite dribbles. Time.
You can just dribble forever? I thought direct pass was
Uh-oh.
POV. What are we supposed to do? Dribble.
Or do nothing. Bang.
Hold on, you go back on him.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Alright. I fucking slid into it and he just said, nah.
Okay.
I'm
What is bro on about?
cool. Okay. Alright, bro. Alright, keep it up.
Where are we going? What the fuck? That last one wasn't even an awakening. The guy just decided that he was gonna hit a Blue Lock Rivals fucking air combo. Why is it I couldn't even figure out how to do a header because this game has no fucking tutorial? Another thing about gameplay that I think is very important to address is how dog shit the AI keepers are. Like seriously, the nets are huge. Like the nets in this game are really big. You take up zero space in them. And the AI keeper will just track you. So if you run to the right side of the net, the AI keeper moves with you. So then you just shoot to the left side of the net and you score automatically because the keeper can't get across the net in time. Like if you get close enough, you just score. The goalie's not going to do anything. So I think I should probably also talk about the gambling present in the game in more depth because this shit is ridiculous. So the rates to start off are terrible. I mean, it's a 0.5% chance to get a mythical style or whatever. 1 in 200. That's crazy. The chances are higher that you die in a fucking car crash than you get one of these mythical things. Like this, who greenlit this? What is this bullshit? It doesn't even end there, because alongside being able to gamble for styles, you can also gamble for flow, which is also overpowered if you get one of the crazy rare ones. So somebody can theoretically get one of the mythical styles or whatever and get a mythical flow, and then whenever they press 2 buttons on their keyboard, they just win the game because they're better at gambling than everybody else and they spent more of their parents' credit card. Like, this is actually just exploiting children for money. And it happens in like every game, and somehow we're all just okay with that. I don't even know why I'm surprised anymore when games on the front page with hundreds of thousands of players are just really flashy effects with no good gameplay and a shit ton of gambling. I mean, Blocks Fruit, that's a prime example of a ton of gambling, monetization, flashy effects, and it's just a bandit beater. Jujutsu Infinite has been popping off, and it literally is just gambling simulator, and then you go punch things and sit around so that you can one-shot everyone. This has kind of just become industry standard too on Roblox in the past couple of years, which is a shame because it feels like every single game needs a gambling system where if you get the rare shit, you're just objectively better than everybody else. Like, RNG isn't inherently a bad thing. Like, games need RNG. Not everything has to be guaranteed. But literally just, inserting a slot machine into your game is such a lazy way to do progression. And it's like, if I just join the game and, get lucky on my first spin, I can have something infinitely better than someone who's been playing the game for, a few weeks and just hasn't been lucky. You know what I mean? That just feels incorrect, and also it's, in its nature, it's exploiting kids, which is just, never okay, and I don't know how everybody has been brainwashed into thinking it is. That's pretty much all I've got to say, though. This game is a huge piece of shit, and, yeah, peace.